Hey guys, how's it going? It's Calvin Raab and hope you're having an amazing day today. So if you're anything like me, then you love public speaking. I have loved public speaking ever since I was a kid. The bigger the crowd, the more excited I got, and oftentimes the more I enjoyed it. I've also done public speaking competitively. I was the captain of my high school speech and debate team, and I actually had a lot of success there. I actually have one of my trophies here, so little bragging rights for me there. But this is something I've always enjoyed, and I always wanted for public speaking to be part of my life in the job that I plan to do in the future. So that's what I want to talk about. I just did a lot of research and I narrowed it down to 10 jobs that are great for people that enjoy public speaking. And this is a rare talent. Public speaking is the #1 fear worldwide, even more than the fear of death or the fear of heights or anything like that. So the fact that you enjoy it, I'm guessing you're also pretty good at it as well. And I found jobs that you can use that talent, use it to your advantage, and really just maximize your potential when it comes to public speaking with these jobs. So these are 10, these aren't in any particular order, and I'm hoping somewhere in these 10 you find one that you're interested in. And if you're new here, my name is Calvin Raab. I make videos all about the job market and personal finance. So if you're interested in anything like that, I would love it if you would subscribe. Coming at number 1, and this probably is really no surprise to you, and that is a news anchor or reporter. Now, when people think of public speaking positions, this is usually one of the top ones that they think of because they are the most prevalent in society and that we see them the most. If you ever turn on the news, you're going to get some form of a reporter or news anchor or something like that. And it's a great job for a lot of people that go into public speaking. I know a lot of people from speech and debate that are now aspiring to become news anchors and different things like that. So if this is something that you're interested in, I recommend, maybe reaching out to someone that is within the industry or just looking what you need to get into the industry. Usually it requires maybe some type of journalism degree and different things like that. But you have one of the most important skills, which is going to be the public speaking aspect of a, news reporter, different things like that. And you can also allow you to travel a bit. A lot of reporters get to travel to a lot of different places as well. So that's another perk if that's something that you're interested in. Coming in number 2, and if it wasn't news anchor that you first thought of when I talked about jobs for public speaking, then it might have been this, and that is a politician. So politician, it's obvious. You're gonna have to give, some type of speech, especially if you're running for office or in office especially, then you have to give a lot of speeches. But I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize is you don't have to go and run for office if you wanna, utilize your skill of public speaking. Oftentimes, if you just get involved with politics, whether it be campaigning for someone, joining a campaign, or also getting behind initiatives that you are passionate about. If you hop on an initiative that you're passionate about, you can use your talents of public speaking to spread awareness of that issue. And you don't just have to go and run for some office, whether it be local, state, federal, or anything like that. Once you get into politics, because of the nature of politics and the importance of it, and that it is kind of a position that is looked at from the general public, and you are going to be giving speeches no matter really which way you enter the political life as far as, job aspirations or different things like that. Coming at number 3 is an instructor. Now, this is a general umbrella term and a lot of things can fall underneath it. So oftentimes maybe this is something like tutoring or teaching or even coaching, just anywhere where you are having to use your public speaking talents to teach a wide variety of people. Because oftentimes I've had both. I've had teachers that are excellent public speakers and then I've had some that aren't so great public speakers. And usually students will get the most out of someone that is very good in front of a classroom, understands how to work a room, where to stand, where to move, and doesn't just stand in one place like a statue and just talk, but is able to really work and really make a room become alive through speaking. And these are all skills that a lot of people that really know a lot about public speaking know how to utilize and know different tricks and different things that you can do that with. So as far as instructor, this doesn't have to be some grand, you don't have to be a professor in a 400-person lecture hall, but it can also be tutoring one-on-one, because the skills of public speaking really don't change that much whether you're teaching a large classroom or a large team to one-on-one. Just the ability to articulate your thoughts and ideas and different things like that are all parts of public speaking. So any type of instructor is necessary. And as far as where to take this if you're interested in it, just ask yourself, what skills do you have that other people may want to know? You can then maybe create a course around it. It can even be a virtual course if you want. I am not speaking in front of an audience technically right now. There's no one sitting behind me. I don't have a live studio audience, but people will watch this video and that's a type of public speaking. So this may be something that you're interested in, and there's so many different ways that you can take this. Coming at number 4 is a professional speaker. So usually professional speaker, kind of what it's most known for, the most common place you see professional speaking is done in kind of the motivational and inspirational speaker realm. That is usually the job that a lot of public speakers gravitate towards. And really, if you want to become a professional speaker, oftentimes you can either go down that route. It does take a certain personality. You know, you don't just have to be a good public speaker. There's a lot of things that go into being a good person when it comes to motivation, being motivational and being inspirational as well. But there's also different things like if you have a story to tell. You know, I've listened to a lot of people that maybe had a traumatic event that happened in their life, or something that dramatically changed the scope and the way that they lived their life, and just something happened. And those are professional speakers that go around talking about that event. So if that, you kind of fit that kind of mold, then that may be something that you want to look into. And kind of falling in this same area, I was going to make this its own, but is professional just speech writing. There's speech writing is a whole profession that you can go into, and if you have a certain style or you're really good at it, you can make a lot of money here. And this would be one of the jobs where, you know, you may actually apply for it. You're going to want to have a portfolio of speeches that you've written, but this may be something that you want to go into. Yeah, you may not be giving the speech necessarily, but oftentimes, you know, if you are good at public speaking, oftentimes you can write a good speech as well. You know, I consider myself a pretty good speech writer. You know, I have my own dialect. I'm very big with humor and different things like that. So you have your own style and use that, maybe go into speech writing, or if you want to become a professional speaker, that option is there as well. Number 5 is a teacher or professor. So I kind of realized that I covered this in number 3. I wasn't looking further down my list to see, wait, you have teacher, professor, hold that one off a little bit. So we've kind of already hit it earlier, but it is important to know that a teacher and professor really of any rank, whether it be elementary school, middle school, high school, college, or any other capacity of teaching and being a professor, you are going to need some public speaking skills. And these are all important in being an effective professor. So, of course, if you want to become a professor, that's going to take, you know, a specialization in something. You're oftentimes going to need a PhD or something. But at different levels, if you do want to go down this professor kind of teacher realm, there are opportunities out there for you. Number 6 is a leader. And this is a catch-all term for really anyone that manages people. And the importance of, or at least why I put this in, is because sometimes it's not important to go and seek out, you know, this job has a lot of public speaking, but rather, you know, enter a job that you're interested in, and then as you're in that company for a little while and you work your way up, the higher you work your way up, the more responsibility you take on. You know, you might start running a team, then your public speaking skills will really be necessary. So if you are a manager, you manage anyone, you're going to need some type of public speaking skills, because you're going to be talking in front of an audience, and the higher you work your way up within a company, the more those public speaking skills will be necessary to, you know, you'll have speeches or just articulating the thoughts of a business in front of different crowds of people, whether it be employees or general public or anything like that. So maybe don't worry too much about finding a public speaking position right away, but working your way up and taking on public speaking opportunities and things like that, more of which will come to you when you are a higher up in the company and a little bit more management level. Number 7 is a training and development specialist. Now, this is an interesting job. So what you do here is oftentimes you'll be hired by a company to look at their company, see how they do things, and see what they may need improvements on. So you're gonna have to know a lot about the industry, you know, what are competitors doing and something like that. And, you know, your employee, you would say, oh, your employees should really know this, or they should work on this. And then it's your job to train these employees. So maybe you have particular expertise on one type of thing, and then you will train those employees. There's a bunch of different jobs within a training and development specialist. You know, maybe you're more focused on just being a consultant for business growth and finding where they should improve. Or maybe you're more based on the teaching side of things and teaching the skills and different things like that. So this one falls under this list because any time where teaching or any type of instructor is necessary, then public speaking then follows suit, because in order to be a good instructor, you are going to have some public speaking skills as well. So if this is something that you're interested in, it is a pretty high paying job as well, and this may be a field that you want to look into. Coming in number 8, and this one was probably expected, and that is a lawyer. And I don't think I need to go into too much detail as far as what a lawyer or attorney is. You know, it's just someone who represents someone in their legal legal rights in usually a particular case, whether it be a civil case or a criminal case or something along those lines. And one of the ways that I see this is very common for public speaking kids is a lot of speech and debate kids went into this. A lot of people get involved with speech and debate, to hone their skills of debate to be a lawyer later in life. And one of my roommates right now is working to become a lawyer, and he did mock trial through high school and had success there. So there's a lot of public speaking that is necessary here. And, I have been on jury duty before, and it is very important that the lawyers do have good public speaking skills. So if you are into public speaking, this may be something that you want to look into. You will want to be interested in law as well, but this may be something that you want to look into. And of course, as everyone kind of knows, it is a very high paying job as well. Coming at number 9 are any entertainment related jobs. Now, this is a huge domain with so many different things underneath. And usually, entertainment, it can be expected that public speaking follows suit, because entertainment includes putting yourself in the spotlight, putting yourself in front of others, and usually speaking or something like that. So what I mean by this, let's get to a little more specifics here for you. And I'm just talking, this could be something like an actor. Of course, public speaking is going to have to be a skill, and acting, of course, is a very, tough skill to conquer as well. Hence why, if you're very good at it, you can be very famous. But there are other things like talk show hosts. If you're very good at interviewing or anything like that, you can look into becoming a talk show host. And there's also other forms of entertainment. I mentioned it earlier, but being on social media, being an influencer or something along those lines. I kind of cringe at that word. I don't know why. But as far as being on YouTube, I technically am using my public speaking skills here on YouTube, as I mentioned earlier. So anything that's related to that you may be interested in. And also something that falls under entertainment that I probably could make its own, but I do want to mention here, is anything sports related. Sports at its core is entertainment. So if you think of something like a sports announcer, of course is going to have good public speaking skills. Maybe if you want to have a podcast about it, which is something that I actually have with my roommate as well, that's actually wanting to become a lawyer. So shout out to him, and we have a podcast called Diamond Dish on Spotify if you want to check it out. So a little shameless plug there. But there are so many different opportunities, umpire, referee, and sports. It's entertainment, and with entertainment comes a lot of public speaking opportunities, so that may be something that you want to look into as well. Coming in at number 10 is a spokesperson, and this is just someone who can oftentimes represent a company or talk about a company, and if you are talking about a company, the company's going to want someone talking about their company that has good public speaking skills. And this may be something that you want to advertise. There are a lot of different freelancing options if you want to be a spokesperson or something like that, that companies can hire you. But also if you just put yourself out there as a public speaker and put yourself, especially in an online format like this, then companies will reach out to you. So I'm very fortunate as my YouTube channel has grown. A lot of companies have actually reached out to me asking if I wanted to make videos about their company or anything like that. And I'm very honored by all those emails and opportunities, and just putting yourself out there, showing that you have this kind of rare skill of public speaking, then companies will eventually start coming to you, because remember, it's a rare skill. This is a talent that a lot of people do not like. So that may be something that you want to look into. Usually when it comes to being a spokesperson, you're going to want to have some marketing skills. So a lot of people that do go into this profession do have some degree in marketing or something like that. All right, so that will wrap it up. Those are 10 different jobs that I see that are great for people that really enjoy public speaking. But that was just 10. I'm sure there are many, many more. So I would love it in the comments below if you would let me know of just your thoughts on this. Are there any other jobs that I missed that are great for people that really enjoy public speaking? And I would love to have a conversation about there, because we're like-minded. I really enjoy public speaking as well, and I can actually remember back when I was in high school, I went online and I searched best jobs for public speaking and different things like that. So I was one that was looking for information about this, and you might be in the same boat. So hey, let's be friends, let's talk about it, and let's have a good conversation about public speaking, about our shared interest, and just the job market as a whole. If you agree with my video, if you want to add to it, if I just got something wrong, let me know, call me out. I just love talking to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. That will wrap it up. As always, my name is Calvin Raab, and I'll see you soon. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. So I'm going to move to the corner of your screen here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you are going to see my most recent video. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you're going to see a video that YouTube and I each think that you would like. And if you haven't yet, you can hit my face right here and subscribe. As always, my name is Calvin Raab, and I'll see you soon.